Well, howdy there, everybody. Here I am, just a harmless old pilgrim on my way to the city of Damascus for pilgrimy business. Except I fooled you. The game is Assassin's Creed. We're playing as Altaïr, the disgraced top assassin of the Order of Assassins, and we are now, to regain our good favor, we are riding off to Damascus to take out the first of 9 targets that the boss guy Al-Mualim has marked off for us. Now we are traveling through, I think this area is just called the Kingdom. Damascus is up there, so this path probably winds up there. Right away, a couple of corrections of history stuff I tried to say last time, but I got wrong. The biggest one is I believe I called the hostile forces here, I refer to them as the Mamluks, trying to dig up the name of what the faction was. I was off by a century. The Mamluk Sultanate only came about in the 1200s, after the Seljuks and the Ayyubids kind of fell apart. And those, in fact, would be either, if they're Saladin's guys, those are the Ayyubids, or if they're from Turkey, they are Seljuks. Those were the two big forces back in that day. In fact, there's those couple of guys, again, that we need to worry about. I did a test off screen, and the game is very grace. Even though that, alarm starts going off, the game is very, very lenient about getting spotted. I can stand without blending in a fair ways away, and they won't realize. I had to actually walk up to a guy before he got angry at me. Of course, that guy was fairly close, so I decided to blend in just in case to throw him off. Yes, so the Mamluk thing was the big one. They're probably the Seljuks or the Ayyubids. The other thing is I referred to this as the Kingdom of Jerusalem several times. That might be correct, but seeing as we're heading to Damascus, and seeing as I looked at a map of the area and all the kingdoms there, it's a little unclear where we are. It could be the Kingdom of Tripoli as well. It would be more appropriate to refer to this place as the Holy Land or the Levant, because those refer to this entire region. The actual national boundaries, probably a little unclear, probably not greatly represented in this, just hub world that we're going through at the moment. Pick up another King Richard flag. And the final little quibble I want to take care of. It's pronounced Acker, not Accra, as I said several times last episode. Oh, look at this lovely, oasis here in the mountains. Ooh, another couple of... Again, not sure who these guys are, but they clearly don't like Altaïr and his affiliations, so let's be all cool about it. Wait for that blinking symbol up there to disappear, and then we can safely... Or should we just give it a little test? I'll just ride over here, see how mad these guys get. Which is not very mad at all. I don't know why they're watching over the lake over there, or oasis, or maybe that's the ocean. That's like some kind of bay of the Mediterranean. Maybe they're watching for pirates. In any case, these incredibly competent guards will just allow this blatantly obvious assassin to just ride on through. Ah, another tower. I can't help but notice that there's some guards hanging out outside of this tower as well, and I also can't help but notice that this seems like a great opportunity to do a bit of parkour here. Oh, one thing I realized off screen, I was complaining about the fact that when I walked to the edge, I fell off instead of just I understand if I have the jump button held down to make a big jump, but I could swear there was an option where if you walk to the edge, you could, while holding down the right button... Oh, there's a drop option. Okay, that's how you do it. Good to learn. I could swear that you could have done it just by holding forward and then doing this, but maybe I'm wrong now that I found that drop button. But it could also be that that's one of those skills we lost, because we lost a ton of skills after we got stabbed and demoted by Al-Mualim. I still don't know how he made us lose some of our techniques, but that's what he did. He's just that good, I guess. But in any case, yes, that might be a thing tied to that. Anyway, let's... Damn, I was trying to be a cool guy here, but I probably should have jumped down there. Oh well. That's gonna happen a lot, I'm sure, in this playthrough, is me trying to be a cool guy and flubbing it horribly. Now, as we adventure, I'll do my best to focus on the game when pertinent stuff happens, but I have here a running commentary I've prepared, because I do want to talk about the real-life history, and I prepared a stack of notes here. There you go, about the real-life assassins, or to be more precise, the Nizari Ismaili sect. I thought that that's a good thing to open up with talking about this history stuff here. Now, full disclosure, I did not go super deep on this, not an acceptable amount of depth for like a historical paper. I did enough that I could just give you guys the lowdown. I used Wikipedia for this, and since I felt that that's a little lame to just use Wikipedia, I did listen to History the Dig podcast, who had a episode on the... which button was it to synchronize? E, there we go. Had an episode on the Nizari Ismaili, and I recommend that greatly. I will try to remember to put a link to the episode notes to go listen to it. It's an hour-long show about them. Really goes into like the history of who the guys were, who the real people did, and their motivations, and a little bit about them, their background. Alright, map is updated. Nothing crazy. It was supposed to reveal to us like interesting things in the environment, but so far it's just opening up the map. Looks like I want to take this path. It's kind of splits, but I'll try this path just in case. Oh, let's see if I can just do a cool run down this. Hold on. Awfully convenient that there's always a bay hail nearby these things that we can do the eagle dive off. And awfully convenient that someone has just left this horse here, but I'm just gonna go get that one flag up there. You can see it. I can sneak past those. I'm gonna go with Seljuks. Wow, this seems to be some kind of like base for them down there. You see them? Because there's a lot of those guys. I definitely want to sneak my way over to this building. Can I make this jump? Only one way to find out. Ah, perfect. These boards here allowed me to get up. There we go. No guys on the roof. That's convenient. Oh, those guys might see me up here if they deign to look upwards. I'll just carefully get that flag. Thank you. Although the fact that there's King Richard's flags around who would be his enemies, I don't know how that fits. Oh, that's tricky. Look at that. How do I get that flag? Those guys are just watching it. I'm gonna let that flag go for now. Maybe we'll get like some kind of trick I can use to throw those guys off in my quest to get all the flags, question mark. No, I'm not gonna go for all of them. Oh, someone's gonna spot us unless I get up here. There we go. Climb that. Whoop, there we go. Now, that's kind of fun that I found the drop mechanic. That's good fun. Oh, geez. Talk about difficult flag to get. It's right in front of that commander over there. Oh, that's kind of fun. It's like kind of being like, well, you better get ready for some action. Hey, there's an actual crusader over there. Wow. Well, that makes me wonder if these guys are some sort of local sympathizers with the crusaders then, and not just straight up the opposing faction. That's kind of curious, the fact that there's a crusader just hanging out over there nearby these dudes. I'm a little unclear. Hey, is this my original horse? How'd you find me, buddy? Oh well, it's fine. Ooh, get a wide berth to these. So yes, when I have opportune moments, I will drop some fact bombs at you about the Nizari Ismaili. And let's begin indeed with the name. The assassins that we call assassins, referring to the classical assassins, are actually a sect of the Nizari Ismaili branch of Shia Muslims who were formed in 1090 and were active for a little shy of 200 years. Right away, we need to address the name. You may have heard that assassin refers to Hashashin, which is supposed to be like hashish smoker. I'd heard that in Broken Sword, the first time I ever heard about Templars and Assassins, by the way. That is most certainly a piece of propaganda by the enemies of the Nizari Ismaili to ascribe this whole hashish thing to them. The legend is that to gain their courage and their loyalty, these people, these Nizari Ismaili people who lived in these mountain fortresses, were fed hashish to like make them docile and fanatic, and I kind of want to get that one as well. That's going to involve sneaking through this enemy camp. I'm gonna try my luck. Man, game's a bit of a slower burn than I thought. We're not even in a big city yet. Kind of cool though. I don't hate it yet. Yes, so that's like propaganda because using narcotics was very not cool among the in the Muslim world at the time, and that was like one way to paint them as kind of heretics and like apostates, the Nizari Ismaili, by implying that they were imbibing hashish. So assassin is kind of a derogatory term when talking about the Nizari Ismaili, and that's the proper name for them, is to call them the Nizari or the Nizari Ismaili. These people who lived in the mountains, who were like fighting for like a state of their own, who inspired like the word assassin and all of this. Like the word that's actually referring to them is a little derogatory. I'm gonna keep calling the characters in this game the assassins because, spoiler alert, they're inspired by the Nizari Ismaili, this order of assassins in this Assassin's Creed world, but they're very much their own thing with the completely different like motivations. And like a different history. So like there's such a separate thing, and like they're very insistent in this game. I'm okay with like calling these fictional assassins in this game with that name. We'll just go with that. But just understand, guys, that the Nizari Ismaili were a completely different thing. In fact, like first of all, yes, they were a religious sect of the Shia Muslims. So they were like actually fighting for their own like nation state, basically. So not everybody who was part of this group, they were not like quote-unquote assassins. They were not like stealth killers. It was only the Fedayeen of their people who really did all of that murder and skullduggery. I don't actually see anything to eagle dive in here. Oh, wait, is there a Bale all the way over there? I'm gonna have to time this jump though, because look at all these guys walking around here. I think now's my chance. Here we go! Well, out of the frying pan and into the fire. I'm dead center in the Seljuk camp now. Again, well, whoever these guys are. I have this itching feeling that they're Seljuks. That's why I keep saying it. First of all, we're in the north if we're going to Damascus, so that already kind of makes you feel that they might be them, but who knows. Is this really gonna work? Me pretending to be a monk walking through their camp like this? I'm a little unsure. All I know is my horse is parked over there next to that other flag. Interesting. Oh boy. This is going surprisingly well. Huh, okay. Alright. I'll take that. Master Infiltrator. Yeah, okay, so, yeah. But anyway, past the nomenclature. Yes, so, they were founded in 1090 which was a very fractious time in the Muslim world. The Shia Muslims were kind of having, their, power was waning in some way. There was a big dispute going on between the Arabic Muslims and also the various factions in Persia, as well as the aforementioned Turkic Seljuks. So in all of this mess, there was a Ismaili diplomat, basically called Hassan-i Sabah, and he, in this situation, decided to begin the foundation of a state for the Nizari people, and he took over Alamut Fortress, along with his group of Nizari. He took Alamut Fortress in northwestern Iran, present-day Iran. It was Persia at the time. Okay, everything looks cool over there for now. Oh, this guy looks like a guard, though. Let's just go this way. If only I could hang off the side like Big Boss, and they'd never spot a guy hanging off of a horse. Poppycock. I'm keeping my eyes open for King Richard flags, by the way. There's only like, oh, I wish we could get it somewhere here. Like 95 left of them? Over 90? We'll just go pick up that one. Can we just ride over it? Do we have to dismount to get it? Oh, yeah, no, we can just horsey on up to it. That's good. So yes, Alamut Castle was the first one, and that became like kind of the central stronghold of the Nizari Ismaili. And after that, they spread westwards under the leadership of Hassan-i Sabah. And they captured a bunch of mountain fortresses that they basically then fortified for their people as part of their plan to found their nation. It sounds a little dubious to me, like a bunch of fortresses in the mountains trying to turn that into a state. But I guess you could, like, it's a foundation. Oh, and I guess that's where we head for Damascus now. Excellent. Up to Syria. Yes, they reached from northern Iran over to Syria very broadly in there.
When the path is clear.
And yes, the main opposition of the Nizari was indeed other. Hey, my horse changed, didn't it? It was a different color earlier, right? Weird, because you just sometimes have to switch it. Were yes, the Seljuks, and later on Saladin's Ayyubids. Like, oh, that's majestic. Yeah, that is super cool. I love this. Is just to like impress upon you the scale of this city. That's some good stuff. I love it. The music swells too. Very cool. Ladies. Uh-oh. Ah, look at that. Now the symbol is a blinking yellow. They're not as hostile here. Of course, if we start doing goofy stuff around them, they're not going to take kindly to that, but for now, all they think I'm just a passing traveler. Very nice. Oh, nice, and we get another nice, like, just overhead shot of that. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's obvious why the Seljuks and the Ayyubids ended up being, like, angry with them. It's like, whenever someone's like, we're gonna found our own state, the ruling class tends to be, the actual existing state tends to be like, oh, no, you don't. Like, there's more examples of armed resistance than there is of a peaceful secession. Citizens you save from soldiers will help you in return. Interesting.
Listen to the Altaïr, old man. Help! I need help!
What is going on down here now? Whoa, whoa, easy. Horsey. Whoa, what the? Okay, I had to put F on. I'm gonna have to get you to leave that man alone. Whoa. Oh, that's one guy down. Well, let's see if I'm trying to get that, like, combo thing again, but so far, not going great. Well, saved the guy. You okay, sir?
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Well, no problem, friend. Of course, this is kind of a bad way for me to ingratiate myself in the town. Scholars help you get past guard posts. Press space to blend with them. Look for the icon on your GPS. Okay. Just having a look here. Ooh, we got this fancy-ass map here. Nice. Poor district, middle district, rich district. Oh, there's a bunch of scholars. I see, that's the icon. Yes, we're gonna sneak in with these guys. And also another source of discord, I'm sure. Okay, these guys aren't going in just to hide from guards here, I guess. There's a place to run over and hide from bad guys with these guys. Fair enough. There's also this hay bale to hide here. Yes, but another source for discord, I'm going to assume. I didn't really see it hyped up, but it is a fact that the Nizari Ismaili were Shia Muslims, while the Seljuks, for example, were Sunni Muslims, and there's a fair bit of discontent between the two sides, so that probably also motivated their feelings of antipathy. But yes, I think that's, of course, interesting. Pop culture would, of course, including Assassin's Creed, set up that we're after the Crusaders here, primarily. But yes, the main threat for most of the existence of the Nizari was the other Muslim factions, who didn't take kindly to these guys setting up in their backyard. Now, oh gosh, how am I gonna get... Are these guys gonna let me through?
I have everything you'll ever need.
This doesn't look like kind of a friendly letting in people situation.
Go away. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer.
Am I allowed to come through?
You have something to say?
Can I just come through?
Everything perfectly right.
Oh,
Your
okay.
presence annoys me.
All right. It's fine. Cool. No need to get all pushy-shovey. I can take a hint.
People, come see what I've to offer. You won't believe your eyes.
Scratch my head a little bit. This is actually... I'm impressed
Know exactly what you
the
want.
scale of this
I
right
like
here.
that in a customer.
From a game like that's 13 years old, this is really impressive how big this is. It's probably a bit of smoke and mirrors compared to a modern game, which would be much more open, because this looks like a world boundary right here, but like still, I'm kind of digging how huge the gates of Damascus here are. Oh.
You won't find better prices anywhere.
Trying to get up to this, but... Oh, perfect. You can reach the boards like that. Nice. This seems like the obvious. I don't know if the other one is. Maybe they let in pilgrims, so I could have sneaked in with those guys, but I don't know how to get those guys to walk over. So let's do option 2, which is, of course, parkour. Yes. So yes, because the Nizari were a kind of a small faction, small sect, hanging out in the mountains, they didn't have a standing army, which is why they ended up doing political murder as part of their goal to achieve their faction's ends. So that's where this whole assassination business came from. And as mentioned, the primary enemies were other Muslims. So they mainly the biggest amount of targets they took out were not what I meant to do. I was trying to see if I could climb up that arch there, but maybe not. So let's just go like this for now. See if there's anything interesting to the right, you know? Oh, nope. No, Altaïr, buddy, climb up a little bit, thank you. Let's shimmy over to the other side after all. See if there's anything we can get to climbing those windows over there. For now, because it doesn't look like I could really jump up there. Nope, this is a dead end. We're not getting up here, that's for sure. Interesting. Right away I'm stymied by the game. I'm like, what am I to do? Don't want to kill the guards. It's a bad way to set an example here. Oh, does the game just want me to... My goodness, could I be that brazenly sneaky? These guys really not notice if I just... Oh man, this is sneaky. But it's gonna work. Just watch me. As I glide across these.
He's got that fool doing.
Oh god, someone noticed me. Maybe not the guards though. Have to try and reach that guy's stall. Oh no, I'm sorry. Nope. Good, no one's here to you break it, you buy it. No one noticed. Good. Hey, we're in Damascus. Fantastic. That's cool. But yes, basically the Fedayeen of the Ismaili went out and assassinated a bunch of Seljuk, like, folks, like, leaders, political people, and later on Saladin's guys, in an attempt to, like, convince them to back off and let them found their nation, and stimmy them. Hello, we have a symbol right there. Oh, it's a viewpoint, of course. Let's get some viewing done. Is it that tower over there? You know, I said that I would try to always go as straight as possible in games like this, because I think it's funny, so let's see how well it goes doing a little rooftop hop to begin with. Rather than, I mean, I could just walk along the streets like a nice guy. I think that's kind of the game's idea as well, is just, it's more about social blending, kind of like the Hitman games. But there's also all this parkour we can do. Cool, this is not a King Richard flag. Let's see what this one is. A Saracens flag. Oh, that's what we're calling these guys, the Saracens. Okay, I guess that's the official name, the Saracens? Sure. We'll go with that for now. Now, who exactly, I know that name, but who exactly were they in relation to everything? Was it just a catch-all term for, the Muslim forces opposing the Crusaders, maybe? I don't know. This is cool. This place right here that we're climbing, very neat. I wonder if this is a real building, because you know that they use real architecture in this game for a lot of these places. That's also something I'll have to be looking up off screen, but we're not getting any name here, like... Oh, ooh, wrong button. No, I know what I'm doing, don't worry. Let's see if a name pops up for this building. Get some Damascus trivia. Viewpoint 2 complete. 1 out of 9 viewpoints within the poor district of Damascus. Oh, now we have stuff. There's a guy to pickpocket, and an informer rooftop race challenge. And hello, there's the bureau we're looking for. Oh, shit. I wasn't sure we'd reach that far, but we made it. Well, should we do some of this side stuff? I know they say that this Assassin's Creed is kind of, the first game is a little bland in terms of its side stuff. Where's the citizen in trouble?